Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our trading signal or automated signal as long as you are on SIM. This is strictly for educational purpose only. This is not a trading room, and we're not your financial advisor. So whatever you do with your own money is at your own risk. We're not responsible for your trade. We will be covering a few auto trades today. And first, we need to look, before we start covering auto trades, as I have been explaining that every single day to everyone out there. You do not just start your auto trade immediately without looking at the market, see how is the market running, what is the direction of the market. It's not a technical, it's not something you need to sit in a trading room for 1 year to learn. One of the simple things, we're always trying to simplify trading. One of the simplest things you can do in the morning, if we look at the left upper corner here with the market analyzer, you will see the market is not in sequence at the moment. That means you need to stay 10, 15. If you are in an auto trade and it's taking a trade, it's fine. But when the market getting mixed, you need to be on a standby until the market start going in sequence. And that does not require a lot of skill. It does not require, as an example, we have an ES trade here, automated trade on the TI7. Is taking a trade and is already in a good position. I'm not worried about that trade. But if we are going to try to right now activate the auto trade, I want to know if it's how is the risk right now if I want to turn on my auto trade. The things is, if we look at the market analyzer, we don't need to deal with the DAX, Russell, 30-year Treasury bond, but we have them to see what they are. At the moment, as you see, the ES go into the sell position, the NASDAQ to the positive position, to the buy position, which most likely the NASDAQ is going to negative as a matter of minutes. And the YM is going to negative. And it's very important, the 30-year Treasury bond is the opposite direction. So when you get up in the morning and you see the ES going in one direction, this one does not require any optimization. And the NASDAQ going to the buy position and the YM going to the sell position. This means this market is not in sequence and we need to wait a little bit, a few minutes, until this market get in sequence. And this is very important when you get started in the morning to make sure what it does, it give a little release to your auto trade, and we're not gonna dive into high risk areas. And this is very important. For me, it's very important the first trade on the auto trade to be winning trade. The reason for that, if we have one winning trade, if we catch a trend, let's say, if you are using those auto trades and we catch a trend, you're fine. Let's say you took a trade and made a couple of $300 and the market turned around and you didn't make 1,000 or 2,000, whatever. That's very fine. But at least we have a beef right now to, if this auto trade took the second trade and there is a problem in the trade, then then you will break even on the second trade, and most likely you're gonna make it on the third trade. So to me, this is the precision auto trade. For me, it is very important the first trade to be smooth trade. That will give us a positive attitude and that will give us a positive energy when we are trying to take a second trade. If the second trade did go south, at least we are breaking even and we're not getting into negative, because the first trade, if it's in negative, the second trade in negative, that is going to make the trader nervous, and then he's going to start making mistakes and start getting aggressive. He want to get his money back, and then when he gets aggressive, he's using his motion. Normally, it does not ends up in a happy direction. So what it does, it takes maybe a few minutes. Why it is, we don't want to just tell you you should not take a trade on the when the market is mixed between the ES and Nasdaq and YM. Here is my situation with it. Let me explain to you why. When the ES going in one direction and the Nasdaq is going in one direction, one of them is wrong. One of them is not in sequence. Which is gonna cause in the market volatility. And the ES is not gonna go anywhere, and the Nasdaq is not gonna go anywhere. And that is preventing this market to trend. And when the market is not trending, your auto trade is in trouble. Simple as that, folks. So it is very important, as we see here. I wanted to make sure it's in the clear why we have to look after this, why it's so important for us. Another calculation, if you dismiss this, if you calculated $200 a day losses on one trade with the auto trade, that is around $50,000 a year. This is a very serious business. You know, you cannot just brush me off and say, well, it's only a couple $100 trade, so on the next trade I'll make 5,000. I'm not sure. Maybe the next trade is going to be a losing trade. So when we are like this here and not in sequence between the ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, your risk is greater than 50% on any kind of auto trade. I'm not talking about my auto trade, folks. I'm talking whatever auto trade you have. This calculation on this market analyzer is in conjunction with a lot of high time frame. There is a lot of algorithm in there. It looks simple from the outside, but it's nothing simple about this market analyzer. It's calculating, require 100 trader brain to calculate what this market analyzer is doing. So it's not as simple as you think it is. So as we see right now, this is very important to see the movement between the Nasdaq and the ES. Let me explain to you why it's so critical. It's not just bubbling here. And it doesn't matter what kind of auto trade you are using. You cannot say, well, I'm using somebody else auto trade, this is not my headache. Because you are using somebody else auto trade, you are in more trouble than what you are thinking. If you are using an ATR auto trade or a MACD's auto trade, you are a little bit 10, 15 years out of date with knowledge and with auto trading, because auto trading ATRs and MACD's is no longer exists since early 90s. So if we calculate here the Nasdaq, there is a resistance area on the Nasdaq. There is no way there is a short position right now on the Nasdaq. There is a projection, heavy support area. This Nasdaq here, there is a huge support at 41.55.25. There is a huge support, heavy resistance on 41.83. Here is the problem with the ES. A huge heavy support on 42.07 and a heavy resistance on 42.19, 42.18. What we have, folks, here, whether we like it or not, whether we want to dismiss it, it is going to be very expensive dismissing the fact. When you are auto trading, let me clarify that for you. What comes on the manual trader guy is coming to you as well. When this guy is manual trading right now, if he's crossing this resistant area, he's gonna have a problem at 41.83. And if you are auto trading, you're gonna have the same problem. You cannot say, I am auto trading and the support and the resistance, they are irrelevant to my trade. It's the opposite. They are very much irrelevant to your trade, and they are very much, you need to pay attention to it more than this guy is manual trading, because this is a really an important. So as we see here, we've been showing the 10 seconds, so I'm showing the 10 seconds right now. If we look at the ES 10 second on the precision, the new auto trade, which we've been showing it practically every day, the 10 second, we can see the performance on the entry was superb. You cannot even do it manually the way it entered the market here. It was a precisely beautiful entry. You cannot even pinpoint that entry manually. Then if we look at the ES 1 minute, as we see here, there is a resistant area. It came into the resistant area, and now it is about to close our position, and here is the secret about it. If we look to this ES, our trailing stop is 42.12. Now I'm putting it at 40.1175 so you can see it. The pullback is coming to the double support area here, and should not scare us. And most likely the ES is going to hold in here. So for the guy is not auto trading, this is for him as a re-entry point. So when you see your auto trade is trading, and you see this is the re-entry point at 42.12.25. The resistance is 42.16. The market is limited once you see on the NASDAQ, if you go back to this video for 5 minutes, as we told you, this is the heavy support area, and this is a re-entry actually. This is gonna be hard to break to the short side. This is a huge support area on the NASDAQ, and this one here can be taken advantage of it to enter the market as a pullback re-entry. There is no short. Even if the NASDAQ broke that area, it's gonna stop at 1442. There is a huge support in this area here as a re-entry point. So there is a really, the market, as you see here, in the plain language, there is a big fight between an ES and NASDAQ, and there is both of direction pulling each other to each other's direction, and that it is a nightmare for a guy has not a trained eye, and he is just illiterate with trading, and he thinks he's gonna double his amount of money on a day like this, not understand what's going on in the market. He just auto trading, and that it is a disaster trader, because most of those traders, they have no capital and they are looking for someone to provide money for them, and this is where is your job comes. When you need a company provide money for you, this is where is your job begin to understand where you are in the market, where is your situation in the market. Your job is not just auto trade, turn on the auto trade. I can get a guy from a bodega, tell him how to turn on an auto trade, even if he is halfway drunk. He knows how to turn on an auto trade. I can train him how to turn on an auto trade. I can train a housemaid turn on an auto trade within 10 minutes, and she can turn on the auto trade tomorrow. This is about to just turn on the auto trade. For those guys, they have no capital, and this is where is your job. This is where you need to be consistent on identify the market while you are auto trading. Optimization by itself, it is just telling you where is the most likely your time frame and your trailing stop and your stop loss. Optimization does not have a crystal ball telling you on today, on Tuesday, the 22nd of June, your ES is going to be 42.1350. Optimization cannot look in the future. Optimization can be based on the past to give you most likely where is your trailing stop loss, what time you need to start, something like this. Not even what time you need to start, because today the market might ignite or might spike at 10:30, 11 o'clock, or 10 minutes before closing time. Nobody knows when this market is going to spike. Normally this market spikes one time a day. Once the spike is over, there is nothing left in the trading. So this is where our job, when we are auto trading, try to understand where we are in the market and how this auto trade taking those trades and where we are in the trade and what kind of problem we are gonna go to when we are crossing, if we are trading the Nasdaq, the 170.50, or when we are crossing the 42.16. Maybe there is a shocking news for you that you need to do that. Because those guys, when they come out at night like a Dracula and tell you here's your CL made 2,000, here's your DAX made 5,000, and go ahead and purchase our stuff. We give you a couple video recording and have a nice life. And they get away with it. Because this guy cannot trade. This guy cannot teach you the proper way how to auto trade, because himself cannot trade a paperback. He is a marketing guy selling auto trade. He don't know how to trade even a paperback. I know most of them. The things is, they are skipping when they come out at night like a Dracula showing you what happened. They're not showing you the losing trades on the chart. What they are showing you, the winning trades on the chart. Of course, they're not going to show you the losing trade on the chart. And also, they will not magnify how this market, where this auto trade took the trade. It does not make a difference whether this one or this one. If it makes 1,000 or 100, it does not make a difference. We are here for the money. One day you make 100, one day you make a banana, one day you make 1,000. Welcome to trading. Nothing. We cannot predict. No one can predict. Some people ask, how much you think I will make next month? I have no clue. Go find yourself somebody living in a bottle, in a bottle, and let this guy come out of the bottle and tell you the prediction. I don't know. I will find out tomorrow when I start Ninja Trader. I don't know how much it will make this auto trade tomorrow. Nobody knows how much it will make tomorrow. If I know that, and I know tomorrow is not going to be a good day, I'll stay in bed sleeping. Why I need to get up? And if I know the market is going to be good tomorrow, I will get up, instead using 2 contracts, I will use 20 contracts. I don't know. But what I know something here is how this auto trade took a trade, and how this auto trade survived when there is a flat market. This is where the technical side of this auto trade can give you the detail about the auto trade and how it is surviving when the market is going sideways. I don't know if tomorrow the market is going to trend. I have no clue tomorrow if the market, no one knows, not even big companies like Goldman Sachs or anyone with tons of IT people in there and wizards and all kind of stuff. They don't know if tomorrow this market is gonna trend or not. They have no clue, you know. Not unless if they decided to move the market. I don't know. But for us as a retailers here, we have no inventory. We are renting the ES from the same guy is moving the market. We cannot predict the market movement. What our job is to understand how this auto trade is taking a trade, and when we see a problem, how when I'm optimizing, this is something I noticed when you most of the traders when they optimize, they send me a message, Sam, I did the optimization and this one is a good one. You should put it, you should try it. It is 1.9, 2.3, 5.4, whatever. And I don't respond to those kind of messages because when I optimize an auto trade, I am not looking at the winning trade. What I wanted to know, if I have a losing trade, I want to know how I can adjust this auto trade so I can avoid this losing trade. So after the optimization, I can go back and trying to see, now because it's finished, I want to see in the past without using the daily target, because when you don't use the daily target, you see all the trades, the past trades. Because we are using the daily target, you don't see the past trades, but once we put it without the daily target, you see all the past trades. So this is the today's trades. That's why you don't see in the back here, because our daily target on 1,000. So what I do, I turn off the daily target 1,000. I turn it on, and then all the trades, they start showing. And then I'm trying to find where is the losing trade so I can fix that. I'm not looking how much the auto trade makes. What I'm looking at the losing trades, how I can put a filter or add a filter or change the time frame to avoid that trade. Because in my book, if that trade lose $200 only based on 2 contracts, that's $50,000 a year. So when there is a bad trade on an auto trade, I want to try to fix this bad trade. I'm trying to fix $50,000 a year. I don't want to count how many birds are on the trees. I want to see what I have in front of me. I want to see which bad trades I have, how I can adjust this auto trade to avoid this bad trade. This bad trade is costing me $200 a day on the 2 contracts. That means it's costing me $50,000 a year. That is a serious money. This is the way you need to look at the auto trade. Not how much it makes on P&L. Not it is, oh God, I have one trade made 10,000. Okay, this is not, it's irrelevant. Today you make 10,000, tomorrow you make a banana, another day you make 100. The things is we need to look at the auto trade, how we make it consistent, and how we can put any kind of indicators. I don't want to say indicators because there is a nightmare indicators in there. I want to look at the technical side of this chart, whatever you have, whatever you think you have the magic indicators on your charts is fine. Now let me show you something here is very, very, very important here. We are about to have a buy signal. We are about to have a buy signal on the ES, which I will not recommend anyone to follow that signal. The auto trade will take it. If we look at the ES and the NASDAQ has a clear shot long all the way to the 4182. Nothing is holding this NASDAQ. Going straight up to it, hitting it, and come back. Look the ES. You have a resistance and a projection at 42.18. Resistance and projection at 42.19. Resistance at 42.21. Double resistance at 42.22. What is telling us here, this picture, this ES has no long trade, period. Whether you are voodoo trading, auto trading, manual trading, you have no chance to make money on the ES going long. Whether you want to dismiss it, like it, you don't like it, you're not going to change the fact. Whether you are auto trading or a manual trading, you still have the 42.18, 42. It is your problem. It is your problem because this is going to make you lose money. If this ES cross the 42.18, it's going to get stuck on 42.19. If you cross the 42.19, it's going to get stuck on 42.21. What it's telling you here, it is a bad news if you're going to dance with the ES right now. You cannot get in the gorilla in the rain, and you're going to be chopped. On the ES right now, it's chopped. That has direct impact on your portfolio. This has a direct impact on your pocket. This has direct impact on your life. You cannot just not taking it serious that the ES right now is about to fire a trade signal on the market analyzer, and I strongly recommend no one take that trade. Avoid it. Avoid that trade. On the scalper, the market analyzer, they are in sequence. If you are scalping, the scalper on the market analyzer is based on 15 seconds, and this is the 15. Look, I want to show you. This trade, I told you it's going to take a trade. This trade is not going anywhere. This trade, when you see an entry, immediately there is a resistance, it's not going to go. On a trade like this, what you do, you go minimize your stop loss. We're going to put it right there because it's not going to go. We put it right at on the support area. Immediately, you can see this market is not going to go. Immediately. And I told you it's going to take a signal and you should not take it. This one is no go. Why? Because of the 42.18. Any guy trading the future without the proper fibs, pack your gears and go to Las Vegas. You're not going to make it. Some people say it's 20% and then 20% momentum and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I know one thing. If you take where is the support and the resistance in the market, if you take the fibs away from me, I will not put or invest $1 in the market because I know better. Even if I'm auto trading, I know better. If I don't know my destination, I'm going to end up in disaster. You can very welcome to add those fibs on any auto trades you have so you can maximize your profit. Whether you are using minutes, whether you are using range, you can use them. They are very effective. I will not touch this market before anyone give me an auto trade. Give me my destination first. Before I start worrying about auto trade, I want to know where is my levels in this market, where is my problems in this market before I start auto trading, manual trading, because this is a disaster when you are brushing off what the market is telling you. That means you are shooting blind. You have a sniper and you are shooting a blind. You cannot even see your target, and you're shooting a blind with a sniper, and you're not gonna hit your target at all. And the same thing here. If I don't have my level, I do not understand. I do not understand if this Nasdaq is wrong or the ES is wrong. I don't understand it. I don't know. So I'm shooting a blind. And this is a disaster trader. And I don't believe in the chances in the market. I don't believe in luck in the market. The market is, of course, maybe there is a little luck. And look, as we talked about, the Nasdaq is clear to the target at 41.82. The ES needs some diapers. It's not going anywhere. And we know now why. We understand when we are auto trading why this auto trade is not making money for me on the ES, and why the Nasdaq auto trade is already hitting the target. Why the Nasdaq is making money. Why the ES is not. Okay, I'll go back to the optimization. It's not going to help you. You can optimize any auto trade 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Spend the rest of your life optimization. Optimization does not look in the future. Optimization is not going to tell you today the Nasdaq is in the clear to the 41.78 and you're running out of luck with an ES. Optimization does not even know those numbers exist. So this is something. This is where this guy is trying to see if a company want to give him money to trade for him. This is your job. That's what you are getting paid for. Not to just turn on an auto trade and run to the kitchen window waiting on the dollar to fall. No. I mean, we need to use our brain, because you are the guy who has to babysit the auto trade. You are the guy has to manage that auto trade, understand what's going on in this auto trade to earn your living. Now, some stubborn people will say, well, this is idiotic. I don't have to do this. I'll find another guy with an auto trade. For the last 15 years, that's what they have done. They lost money and come back. 99% people left, they come back. 99% people left, they come back. They went, spend money, losing money, coming back after 1 year, 6 months. An average of 6 months, everybody come back. They always think, cow always think is greener on the other side. When they go to on the other side, they find out there is nothing in there. Then they come back. So what I'm saying is, as you see here, the ES is struggling on 42.18.25. And that is the end of the story. Now, if the ES broke that area, now he's going to start tango dancing with 42.19. He crossed the 42.19. His final stop is 42.21. There is a double resistance followed by projection and a resistance at 42.23. This is a nightmare. Now, if we look at the Nasdaq, straight shot, as we told you, and it's going to hit the target, and it's going to hit the target, and it hit the target. Finished. Why? Because it's in the clearance. That trade here, make $150, is not going to survive. It's going to go back. So what you do, you break even. You override the auto trade and you break even. So when we want to translate that, now this one here already hit the target. So what we're going to do, we're going to go for one more round on this one here. We're going to go one more round. This number will go away in a second. Yeah. And now, if we are auto trading different kind of auto trade, and the auto trade just took the trade, I need an auto trade. It just took the trade. By the way, the YM is doing very fine on the precision. So let me try to find a new, this is a new trade. Here is the ES on the precision auto trade, and I want you to see this. We told you it's gonna cross this one here, and it fell here. If you go back to this video 5 minutes ago, that's what we have said. That's what happened. We understand what is the problem here. I'm nervous. I know this is horrible to ask a trader to interfere with the trade, but this is a dangerous trade. I have $300 and it's a dangerous trade. You can take this one here and break even. Now you can kick back on the table and relax. We're not asking you to be, you know, every trader has to have a light bulb on top of his head. It says on it, trader. No. We don't expect you to sit in a trading room for 15 years, learn how to trade. No. We're not going to charge you to learn. No. But when you see things like this, you break even and you relax. The most important things, because now we have explained what's going on the ES, and we are auto trading. We are auto trading, and we are aware what is the problem on the ES. We're not banging on the computer what a piece of crap this auto trade or Ninja Trader platform and why I'm not making money. No. After we have explained what's going on, now we understand where we are on that trade. Now we broke even. We understand the situation here. Because of this resistance, there is a chances this auto trade is gonna go back and lock me out with no money. And you have to respect that. Has nothing to do with your auto trade, because you don't know what you're doing, or you have no clue what you're talking about. So now we understand, after we explained the ES and we brought down a chart with an ES, now we understand our situation on the ES and what we are expecting from that auto trade. A naive trader, he's expecting $1,000 on today's trade with this auto trade, a naive trader. An experienced trader, he understands if we are going to cross the 42.19, if there is a clearance, we can go up to 5,000, and if there is no clearance, we can walk away with nothing. And that is fact, guys. You know, you can jump out of a window, you can like it, dislike it, you can be negative about it or positive, I care less. At the end of the day, it's not going to change the fact. No matter how you feel about it, no matter how you accept it or not, it's not my problem. My problem is to give away free education. You like it, fine. You don't like it, find somewhere else. You know, you're not paying my salary. So now we understand we are waiting on the 42.19 to be crossed. That's it. So we're going to stay on the standby. We either going to cross the 42.19, and then if we crossing it, it could be around $600-700 trade. And if the ES not able to cross the 42.1950, we're going to walk away with a nice banana in our hands. That's it. Simple as that, guys. There is no other direction. With the computers, this is like an oven here. You can see now where we are on that trade, and now we can see on the auto trade. You see? So you're not infected by your optimization. You're infected by the market movement of today. So now the ES is trying to break that area, the 42.19. If we are able to do it, we're gonna be jumping from $400 to $800. We all waiting on the 42.1950. If you're not gonna be educated with an auto trade, you're not gonna be educated to look at the chart, I strongly recommend do not put money in the market, do not buy auto trade, put your family in a car, go to Las Vegas, at least you get a free drink with a nice good looking woman, and she give you free drink. At least you come back, you say, I got a big smile and a free drink. Here you are cut and dry and nobody care about you. And nobody even notice you are in the market, by the way. So if you are refusing to learn, don't if you're not willing to learn how to manage your auto trade, leave this business alone. Don't make our life miserable with you. We are happy without you. So please, if you think this is a money printing machine, please, there is plenty out there. They'll be glad to have your business, but please leave us alone. I think we can manage without your happiness, So we only accepting people willing to learn. We don't have magic tools. And if you're looking for magic tools, I'm very sure there is plenty out there. They sell you keys to heaven for $99.95. Go for it. Run and get two license. So if you miss the first heaven, you go on the second heaven to Havala. Anyway, now we are dealing with a 42.1950. And let's see if we are able to cross this one here. We're gonna go to 42.21.25. Simple as that. Welcome to trading. Nothing we can do. For the guys that are trying to understand auto trading, now they understand how those auto trades are working, and then now they understand why that trade, whether you are on seconds, minutes. Let me try to find something with a different time frame on the ES. Here. This is a total different time frame. 5 range ES. The first trade is 400. Perfect entry. Nothing wrong with it. Here's an ES, 25 second. Here's an ES, 5 range. Perfect entry on both sides. And both sides, they are holding still on the same PNL. Both of them, gentlemen. Is irrelevant. What I'm trying to prove to you, those guys are selling you Renko bar and trying to tell you to auto trade on Renko bar because they want to keep you blind in the market. You cannot Renko bar market. You cannot Renko bar auto trade because what it does, gentlemen, you're not paying my salary. And we are doing this for free to educate those guys. They've been misled by those people coming at night. If you look at the 5 range ES and the 25 second auto trading, they are both the same auto trade. They're both obey the 1 minute chart. They're both respect the 1 minute chart, not the Renko bar and line break, whatever that is, and all kind of weird looking charts I've been seeing lately, or Hakanachi, or because the Hakanachi can show better profit factor. But when you are trying to optimize the Hakanachi, they are fake numbers. When you're trying to optimize range with no gap, they are fake numbers. They show PNL, they are fake PNL. This is a scam. The only time you can predict the trend when you are auto trading, you need to look minimum on the 1 minute chart, minimum. Some other professional, they use even the 10 and the 15. We don't need to do that. Our precision entries are extremely good. But if you don't look at the fibs, you don't look at your technical indicators, as we see whether we are using the 25-second chart or you are using the 5 range, or I can take down any other chart, and you're gonna see they're both the same. Let me see if I can see anything. This is a different auto trade. This is the TI7 for NinjaTrader 8. And this one is 450 ticks. If we look at this. I don't need a brainer to see there is a resistance. Look. There is a resistance in here and has an impact on the straight. So when you are saying, I'm using ticks or I'm using, does not matter if you are using an ES auto trading, 450 ticks, ES 5 range, 25-second, they're all the same. And it is technical trading. And you cannot adjust. Now, do you see this trade is closed and made $800? Fine. But it's the same impact on the ES 450 5 range, 25-second. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's all the same. It's technical. It's technical why you are closing on that trade, not because of your auto trade. No. If this market not able to break the 42.19, it's going to go back and close all those bananas. It's going to close every single chart with an ES. If this market able to break the 42.19, we are on to $800 trade. If we break the 42.21, we are on the $1,000 trade. It does not matter if you are using the TI7 or the precision automated trade. If you don't know what you are reading, if you look at this market, the market always telling us what's going on. The market, this is the only thing, is the market always tell us what's going on. If we look at the ES from when we started this webinar at 10 o'clock, from 10:32, and even before the market did hit this number, we have highlighted go back to the video, we highlighted before even it got in here. From 10:32 to 10:46, this market is telling you, hey buddy, I'm trying to break the 42.19 and I'm having a problem here. What you want to do? You want to stay in? You want to stay on this table? You want to still shuffle the cards? You want to cash in? As simple as that, guys. Don't let anybody else out there fool you. It is for the trader to either accept the $400 on this auto trade, cash in, close position, cash in, or it is the trader decision is going to stay, cash in $800, or the market go back to zero, and you're going to walk away with banana in your hand. It is the trader call, it's not the auto trade call. You have two options here. The ES is telling you, if I break the 42.19, I'm having a problem. If I break it, you're going to get 800. You can close position, get 400. Or if I keep trying and I fail, I want to go back here and knock you out of this miserable trade. It is the trader call. So for this guy is saying, do you have fully automated because it's giving me stress, the market? Go get a job. If this auto trade can give you stress, don't stress me with you. Go get a job. Leave this business alone. Don't make me miserable with you. Go get a job or go somewhere else. Because if you cannot be breaking even with this trade, evaluate your position, you don't need to be with us. Go somewhere else. You're not going to give us keys to heaven. And we're not sitting waiting on you to give us money to survive. Go somewhere else, next somebody else. We don't have time for you. Any guy will not want it to get blended with the market and the auto trade and get education. Go somewhere else and leave us alone, please, because we don't have time for you. Honestly, we don't have time for you. Because those guys, they depress me, and I don't like negative customers. And as we see right now, it is your call here. We are coming, we crossed this number here at 42.19. Now we are with another problem. Now we have 650. Double resistance. We got 650. It's your call. Now, as you see, the ES again. You see, the fibs are your key, not the auto trade. The auto trade has to give you precise entry and exit, has to be superb. But yes, like Kenny Roger, yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite. So now if we are crossing this double resistance, we're going to tangle with 42.23. So what I'm trying to tell you, folks, when you are auto trading, goes in a bridge. You go to the first bridge, you tangle with it. You're done with it, you go to the second bridge. You finish with it, we go to the third bridge. This market is nothing but bridges. As we see here, this market, we're done with this. Now this is clever. We can secure some of our profits so we don't have to walk away with a banana in our hand. Now if we look here, if you want to play smart, we cross the first bridge. I can secure some of the bread for me. So now what I do, I put the trailing stop right under the support area, because now at least, we're going to have some little bananas home. Now we are tangling with this one here, and once we tangle with that one, once we finish with this one, I'll take the trailing stop and hide it behind the second level. So now we took the first trade on the ES. I'm not going to mess with it. And as you see, I'm not going to mess with this one. It's right in line with the fibs, 42.23, 42.20. I'm not going to mess with it. So now we are crossing this one here. Now what I want to do, secure more profit. I will hide the trailing stop. And this is the thing. Can't your auto trade do it itself? Yes, it does. It is doing it automatically for you here. It does. But God gave us a brain, because you hear a lot of times people, I want a company give me $300,000 to trade. I have an auto trade. Yes. You have a Ferrari and you don't know how to drive, and you want somebody to give you $300,000. Do you know how to trade? I want to use your auto trade. Do I have to know how to trade? No, you don't need to have. God bless you. We all pray for you, and then you're going to be fine. Yes, you have to work for your money. Yes, you know. So there we go. We cross this one here, and we gotta go to the 42. You know, the still this guy I cannot get this guy out of my mind. 3 months ago, we had 2 months ago, we had a guy. He's not looking for an auto trade, any auto trade. He's not looking somebody to teach him how to trade. This guy, he will never. I will never forget him the rest of my life. Which in the last 15 years, I have seen so many. From a guy who want to divorce his wife, wants an auto trade because she's making him do the dishes because he's now out of a job. She's making him clean the house, so he want to divorce her and get an auto trade. Give me the best auto trade because I want to leave my wife. Another one is he have a retarded son. We pray for him to get well. And he want to secure his future to buy him an auto trade so he will have a living rest of his life. And that guy, we had a fight with him. I told him, I can see why your son is retarded because it comes from his father. And, I couldn't shut up about it. So me and him, we danced on the telephone. We were cussing each other. Anyway, I'm not a salesman. I cannot be nice. But the cutest one, a couple of 3 months ago, he's not looking for any auto trade. He's looking for an auto trade. It trades by itself. And he wants the auto trade to take the money every day from Ninja Trader platform to his bank account. And he wants this auto trade do it automatically because it's giving him stress to log in and shovel the money from Ninja Trader broker to his private account. And I said, wow. I said that I have not tried that before in the last 15 years. A guy wanted automatic transfer every night to his account. So try to tell that guy he has to learn about auto trading. And I asked him that, can I ask you a question? And he said, yes. I said, what happened when you're gonna have a losing day? And that guy flipped, oh God, your auto trade have losing day. I said, yes. Oh God, no. I'm looking for an auto trade that's not lose. So I send him, I give him a link to some of my competitors. When I see guy that brilliant, I always wish my competitors to have him and have his money and have his blessing. So I give him a couple of my competitors. I said, I am very sure this guy can fix you, and then block the email and block the telephone so I don't have to listen to his voice the rest of my life. For a guy is asking for an auto trade to transfer shovel money from Ninja Trader broker to his account, and it has to be automatically because it gives him a stress. Can you imagine having this guy as a customer? Then I'm going to use his money to go to shrink, to heal myself, because it's going to be one of them. Either I'm a nut banana case or he is a nut banana case, So in the last 15 years, we have seen a lot from a guy living in a trailer. He want to get back to his dancer girlfriend. He want to get rich if I give him an auto trade so he can get her back. Yeah, I mean, we've heard so many stories, but this guy, he almost had a heart attack when I told him our auto trade have losing days. Oh my God, he needs a pill. Those the ones that get heart attacks. You give him a pill under his tongue or somewhere else. I don't know, so they will not pass out. He was about to pass out on me, on the telephone, and the first, oh God, there is a losing days. Oh yeah. I said, look, those guys, they don't have any losing days. Go for it, And so now as we see here, we secure some of the profit, and now we are tangling with the 42.23. So we're going one step at a time, as we explained to you. So right now we cannot take this trailing stop all the way up if this ES able to penetrate this area here. Now is 10:57. If we are able to break this area, your final destination for today is 42.2650 and it's done. There is nothing left in this market to trade. It's finished, you know, and you let those losers stay in there, do whatever they want. So here is your call right now. This one here, this auto trade has finished with 1,000. This one here, it is on the YM based on 5 minutes. This one here, the ES based on 5 range. And if we are able to cross this one here, let me bring you the 10-second again. The 10-second, we hit the daily target. We hit the daily target and we run it. If you go back to this video, you can see the 10-second hit the daily target and we rewind it one more time. So now we took the first trade on the 10-second and now we are on 750 and now we are dealing with this situation. So I need to know where I am. We are crossing the 42.24, the 26, now we are at 11 o'clock. If we cross this one here, we're gonna be ending up by 12 o'clock, 42.26, and kiss it goodbye. We are done. You close your Ninja Trader and you just run as fast as you can away from the computer. And that's exactly what needs to be done. 1350, 1360, we're good. Okay, there we go. It's too early to put this trailing stop below here. It's very early. Wait till it crossed here and then you put the trailing stop here. You secure some of your bread for today. Don't push this one here immediately. Let it cross this one here and then you put it, because could be possible this ES is gonna go back retesting this number and probably is gonna go a couple ticks below that and knock you out of that trade. So give room to the auto trade, go back and forth so you can to protect it. Anyway, if you want to protect more, you can go to this level, but this is the max until we are because the market has to go back and retest everything in there. So as long as the trade is no longer in red, as long as we break even, doesn't matter, guys. Does not matter if it is $10, if it's $100 or $200 or $1,000. Does not matter. After a while in the market, those are numbers. You gotta distance yourself from numbers and P&Ls. Our priority when you get up in the morning is not how much we want to make. Our priority in the morning is not go in red. Survival. It's not, well, I want to make 2,000, not asking too much. Tomorrow, 4,000, the day after. I'm not asking too much, Sam, 6,000. Yes, you're asking too much. You're a daydreamer. Our target on a daily basis is not 1,000. Our daily target is not 100. Our daily target not $5,000. Our daily target not go in the red. Priority. Today you make 100. Tomorrow your auto trade make 1,000. The day after can go in red. Our priority not go in red. Not your $1,000 a day, not your $300 a day. It's survival. This is a place for survival, not a buffet table, all what you can eat takes for $9.95. No. Survival, guys. You know, your thirst for dollar and somebody else in China, somebody else in New York, somebody in Alabama, somebody in Arizona. He wants this money as bad as you are. You're not the only one is trading. You're not the only one is auto trading. You're not the only one likes money, you know. So it is survival. You cannot sit down and whine about, I don't know, it's giving me stress. I don't know, I don't want to learn. It's giving me stress. Get out of here, you know. Then this one here is not for you. If it's giving you stress, don't trade, you know. Go to Las Vegas. Why you need to sit down here and put up with our crap, you know? Go to Las Vegas. At least you will have a pretty woman serving you drink, and then you come back happy. I don't know, when you go to Las Vegas and make a book in a hotel, do you tell him which one is your best slot machine? I'm sure they have some people do that, you know. If I come to your hotel and I play with this slot machine, how much you can guarantee me I can win today? Do you do that when you go to Las Vegas? I'm sure some people do that. I'm sure. I like to talk to some people in Las Vegas, the ones they do the booking, to see if some people do that. I'm curious, because when you have a guy is telling me, how much you think I will make next month? You know, it's like, if I'm buying your fishing rod, how many fish I can get next week? Yeah, I don't know. We have Vito in England. He's originally from Italy. I think he have some kind of, he bought a crystal ball from some kind of junkyard. He can look at it after drinking one bottle of wine. He can look at your future. Where is Vito? After a bottle of wine, everyone can look to everybody's future. Don't look into my future. Okay. Well, we are cooking up here with all those computers. So here it is, guys. As you see, if we are crossing the 42.24, we're going to be hitting the 42.26. We are on $825 on that trade. This one here is done. This one here, the YM. Let me see. Where's the CL today? We didn't see CL, did we? Oh, cool. Here's the CL. It's not just the, I usually cover the ES, guys, but it does not mean only ES. This is apply on any given market, whether it's NASDAQ, but I do the ES because most of the traders use the ES. I can cover any given market. It's the same story, you know. Now if you look, it's 11:06, and we are coming to our final destination. I care less what the auto trade's targets are. It's 11 o'clock. Once we cross the 11 o'clock, the time clock is start going against us. Remember that. You know, we're not to sit down here, bang, bang, 24 hours here. You know, our job is to come between 8 and 9 o'clock, done by 11, 12 max. Because after that, the smoke start coming your ears, your nose, you're tired, you don't make decisions right. You know, you need to bang on this market when you're fresh, not when you're drunk or halfway sleep. So now, as we see, if you go back to this video, we said our final destination for today, before 12 o'clock, is 42.26.25. And anything, if this market gonna go above the 42.26, is it just some tips for us from the sky? That's it, you know. So technically, this market, once we hit the 42.26.25, technically is done. Another things here on this technical trade, what we have done, if you look at those yellow lines, those are the dead zone. Once this market enter those yellow line, no more long trade, folks. This is a place for reversal, and vice versa. If the market go all the way down, look, when the market did go between those two lines, and those does not require a guy to sit in the room for 1 year to understand those, because they are already on the chart. You don't have to do anything. Once this market goes down between those two yellow lines, it is a place where you can, and this is not overbought, oversold, double top and double, I don't know where they come out. What happened to the supply demand? What is it, the oversold, overbought? So once this market, this is not based on overbought, oversold. This is based on the whole 30 days, open range, close range, closing market, open market is totally different calculation. I'm not going to reveal everything about it. But as you see, when the market comes in here, it is time for you to reverse. Every time the market goes between those two lines, that means there is no more short trade, there is only long trade. And any place you take it from here is going to go from the bottom to the top. And the same story from the top here. Those two yellow lines, once this market comes between those two yellow lines, whatever we get over the 42.26 is just extra. And this is exactly what happened, guys. So today I walked you piece by piece. I don't want to go out at night and just telling you the auto trade made this and this. You have to understand how this auto trade made $1,000, how this auto trade lost $1,000. It's not just a fairy tale, you know, and just you turn on the auto trade, you go for a couple of shots and come back, and then you have $1,000. No, you gotta keep your eye on the trade. You gotta understand what's going on. So anything right now above the 42.26.45, it is an extra tip for us because we work hard, except Vito. So it is a bonus for us. And there we go, home free. This is the second round. This is the second round on the 10 ticks NASDAQ and the 10-second NASDAQ. And we've been playing on this all day, every single day in the trading room here. We nailed 700 and we have 1,000 out, the total of 1,700. And I know now, whatever happened here, I care less because we hit above our target for today. Our target for today was 42.26. And we play it right on the butt with it. And we kick butts with it. That's all what it matters. Folks, I really need a break. I'm burning here. And I will take a break. There is nothing wrong with the micro. There is something wrong with my smoke start coming out of my ear, nose. A lot of heat here. And I cannot turn on the air condition either. So I'm going to take a fresh air, 5 minutes, be right back. Thank you. The system is right on the spot because we entered this area. Now look at this. We are the only company, probably we are the only company. We have a reversal does not repaint. Here is a reversal sign start coming in, and here is the ES is about to fire a sell. If you don't know where to take your profit on the ES, this is a total different auto trade. This is the signal automated trade. And we entered this yellow line. Reversal is 1116. Our target today was 42.29 all morning. We accomplished that. We have some security here. We have some security here. Profit is locked. Another reversal fired. So for a guy don't know anything about trading, I'm not asking you to install a light bulb on your head, and start blinking red and blue. But what I'm saying is, if you look at this chart, it tells you step by step where you are in this market. The same way when you go to the airport, you look for the airplane to the destination where you're going. If you're going to Alabama, you don't hump in on an airplane to Honolulu. Here, when you are entering the trade, you need to understand your destination. When you are trying to invest the stop loss, $200 based on 2 contracts or $400 based on 4 contracts, you need to understand where is our destination. If I'm investing $400, I want to know where I'm going. If I want to invest $200, I will not invest $200 to make $200. If I want to invest $200, I want to make $1,000. Always you have to understand where you are in the market. As we see, we explain to you, once you enter this market here, between those 2 yellow lines, this is a dead zone. It's finished. Anywhere you take here, reversal, I cannot say it's going to be every time a winner. God forgive me if I say that, because there is nothing in the market white and black. But most of the time, once this market entered this area here, that means there is a trend exhausting and it's no longer valid to go long. And it's a matter of time before this market turn around and there is a trend exhausting. As what we have seen here, we are measuring the buyers and the sellers here on the 6 different time frame, and we're not measuring the orders are put in the market. We are measuring the ones are in the market, and that is a big difference, because anyone can put to buy a few seconds in the market, not you, some smart ones. They need to buy time sometimes. They are on a big position. They put an order and they disconnected this order milliseconds before they get filled. The algorithm, when they see there is 1,000 buy on an ES, 1,000 contract on an ES at 42.27, is going to try to go down to get it filled, as an example. So what they do, they buy time. What we are wanted to measure the buyers and the sellers in the market, not the orders. The target of the institutional and the high time frame, the high time frame is based on 15 and 30 seconds. The high time frame is to the green. Then all those garbage indicators, ATR, volatility indicators, momentum, CCI, all those, they are here under one signal, either long or short. So what we have a superb instruments giving us the pressure in the market, the momentum in the market, top-notch support resistant fib lines, And then we have a floor and fibs on the side. And then we have the auto trades taking superb entries. This is where it's gonna put you ahead of many thousands of traders, because the market is revealed in your eye what's going on in the market. When you are auto trading, you know exactly where you are in the market and where you are and how dangerous you are in the market, and you start understand every trade if it's gonna make it or break it. You start understand even before it happened how much your auto trade will be making today, and that it is superb. This is where once you start learning those rhythm, now you can ask people to invest money in you. Now you can be a few steps ahead of those guys that are getting lost in there and they have no clue what they are doing. You become a superb. You become a superior trader over blind traders trading left and right. They have no clue what they are doing. But to being selfish and projecting education about the market, and you have a couple $1,000 with a negative personality refusing to learn, you have no chance here or anywhere else to survive in this business. You will lose. You come back after 1 year, you will lose again. You come back after another year, you lose again, until you get the idea that money does not grow. Trading is not an ATM machine. And even those poor guys, they are trading Bitcoins. I know one guy lost $9 million in the day trading on Bitcoin. $9 million trading on a Bitcoin. He hired a bunch of idiots to trade for him, and $9 million was lost in the trading in the Bitcoin. He put a few guys to trade, young guys, no experience on their back, using a MACD and a moving average, which you still see that on many dummy channels on Bitcoins. Kids that were born yesterday running a trader room for Bitcoins using, yes, I wish I can, he is a very well known, and he lost $9 million on Bitcoins, yes. Giving his money to traders. They're not qualified to be traders. They use indicators. And he lost $9 million, yes. What they did, Vito, they go 10x, 20x, 30x with a stop loss. And the secret is in the stop loss. I think I have a Bitcoin here, maybe. The secret in the, let me show you an institutional number. This is a daily chart. This is the stop loss. And if you, Vito, if you look at this one, this is a daily chart on a Bitcoin. When you're talking about daily chart, that means this is many days here. Many days. You see? I'm helping somebody with this. They are on a budget with $13 million. Not for free, of course. And If you look at the Bitcoin on the 15 minutes, and if you look at the daily chart, despite all the news on the Twitter for the last 30 days, as you see, the market on a daily chart, I mean, this is a daily bar chart. Here is your destination 30, going back to 39, going back in here. So what happened in Bitcoin is going from here to here for many days, here, 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 here. Okay? And those guys, what they were doing, if we look at the chart on the 15 minutes chart, they're taking the trades, going 10x, 100x contract with a stop loss, and their stop loss not in line with the fibs. And the other 50%, they have lost a lot of money from this Bitcoin channels. They are very, bunch of kids that were born yesterday. And one ugly guy, I cannot stand look at him. Anyway, and that guy, he was encouraging his followers to take a trade with a stop loss in a certain area. And as ugly as he is, and the lines, the numbers he was given, they were the opposite. So what happened on the Bitcoin, when certain people are going short, they start sending fake news about Bitcoin crashing because they are positioned 100x. The guy lost the $9 million. He was using the multimedia to spread rumors. And another guy is going the opposite direction, using the multimedia to go long. And that's why you see the confliction on the Bitcoin. And one guy is telling you it's gonna crash, one guy is telling you. But as what I said on a Friday, when you stay under not the fundamental, when you are trying to stay on the technical side, all those noises are gone. When I used to trade the stock with a heavy amount of money, I turned off all the financial news on the television, all the financial news. Even on my platform, we had the news with the e-signal. I turn it off. I don't want to read any news. Why? Because they have a beef stakes in there. When they praise a stock, that means they are long. You go long, you turn around, you find out you're the only one long on those stocks. So all those fake news, or reviews. When you're trying to buy software, you will see top 10 software, which one is good for YouTube. They are getting paid. Everything is about money. There is nothing out there out of a good heart. When you want to buy, let's say, an antivirus, you go on the internet and you will see 10 best antivirus, and you will find all of them are different. And all of them are getting paid. And the ones they don't pay, they will have a bad review. Is under the line blackmailing on the internet. So I don't go by the internet news or the television news. So when you are looking at the Bitcoin, the magic number is 39,611 resistant, and is 30 level is the support area. And that is a daily chart, and it has been running for many days. And we've been banging on it, and we just got filled heavily, sold heavily, selling heavily, position ourselves, and our target is right here, waiting now to cash in on our target. So What I'm trying to say is, even on, I don't want to get involved in the Bitcoin. I'm getting paid on some other companies to use me as a consultant with a $13 million budget, and um, and I'm getting paid for it. Some people ask me to go on a Bitcoin and start going live on. I'm not interested in this, and I don't have time for it. But I'm showing to you here, as a traders, that all these noises you have seen on a Bitcoin is all noises. And when you stay on the technical side, whether you are trading gold, Bitcoin, when you are trading uh, anything, once you become a trader, you can trade coffee, orange, Bitcoin, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, anything. Once you understand the fundamental, the pressure in the market, for the last 30 days, there is tons of news about Bitcoin. I can simplify it with one chart, and that chart has not changed, and they all fall on the same line as a resistance and support, and the rest is rubbish. When those institutionals on the Bitcoins, they're not looking to somebody using Renko bar on Ninja Trader, he have 2,000. He's irrelevant to the market. He's nothing to the market. He's just a humper coming for 1 month and leaving. Those institutionals, they're not looking at Renko bars, and they're not looking at your Ninja Trader. With all the respect, I think it's the greatest platform. Those institutions, Bitcoin, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, that's what they are looking at. That's their chart. That's what they are looking at. In order for you to beat them up, you have to think like them. How are you going to beat your enemy? When you understand your enemy. You don't take a stick and slam him on his head. No. In order for you to understand your enemy, you have to understand him. All those institutionals, they're not using your Renko bar. And 99% of those guys are running Bitcoin on a live YouTube. They are using moving average. Moving average is something, an element, something small, or kiss and the moving average, or not kissing the moving average. Who cares if the number kissing the moving average or not? I was laughing last week. Somebody, and actually it used to be like this in the old days, but it's no longer. If the moving average 200 kissing or not, it's no longer we kiss. We are in 2021. So what the institutionals are looking at this and looking at this. So in order for us to see the Bitcoin as an example, we need to see what they're looking at. If you want to look at the ES, we can do that. We have some people, they have over $65,000, and they hold the ES. For a guy have less than $65,000 on the ES, when the market close, your broker close your position. It don't stay on. And then when the market's open on the Globex, your broker puts you back in, but he force close your position because you don't have the amount of money to stay on the ES without closing position. So for the guy have $10,000, and let's say he is auto trading in ES, and the closing time, if it was 42.29, your broker, any broker, don't pick on Ninja Trader. They are very decent broker. They are very good brokers. Ninja Trader, they are not allowed to trade. Your money is very safe in there. Very good. You don't want to be with a broker, they use your money. to trade. You need to be with a broker. They don't use your money for trading. A Ninja Trader do not use your money for trading, but whatever you have there is yours, it's locked. At 4 o'clock, when you are auto trading, your broker will close position, because I had a couple guys, they say, Sam, our auto trade close position and open position because you don't have enough money. Your broker, when you have 10, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, 40,000, is going to close your position even if you are auto trade. And then he's going to open your position again once the market's open after 15 minutes. If he closes your position at 42.30, and now when it start open at 42.28, he's going to get you filled on the first second the market's open. And this is a problem for some traders. They don't understand. They have an auto trade with a trailing stop. And when the market closes in the evening, they see themselves after 15, 20 minutes, they have one trade and there is no trailing stop on it. The reason is it's not the auto trade. It is because your broker has forced close position and reopen position for you. We have some clients have $250,000. We have some clients have $500,000. I have some clients now, they have $13 million. But when you have over $65,000, $70,000, your ES does not close. When you don't close position on the ES and you're trying to trade like an institutional, you don't trade Ranko bar. What you need to flip 15 minutes and a daily chart on an ES, which we have done that with some of my colleagues in Texas. They have a very famous company. I'm not allowed to say, but it's very well-known companies. And when we lined up a couple of guys for them, and I managed those guys, and what we are looking on those kind of customers, we are looking at daily chart and 30 minutes and 15 minutes. Because we're not positioned on 10 ticks, 15 ticks. We are positioned on a very higher picture and this way. So now if we want to understand what's going on here on the Bitcoin is going down to the 30,000. And what freaks me out, there is some famous companies what really freaks me out, there are famous companies, they can afford better systems, and they cannot get those lines 2 days on the road right. And I felt like when I send them an email one time, and I say, don't embarrass yourself, here's those lines. But then, we are already busy. I don't feel like when I be connected now and making a commitment, which I get a lot of offers with a lot of companies to commit with them, and I don't have time for it. I really don't have time, and I don't have the patience anymore, and I don't need, So here it is, despite all the tweets, all the news on CNBC, all the news on Bloomberg, all those. Then when you look at that chart, it's very clear what's going on for the last week or last 30 days, and it is right in line, has not fell, not even one time. So on the bigger picture, all those noises on the Twitters, they are irrelevant. And I know some tweet has crashed the Bitcoin, but it's not the tweet crashed the Bitcoin, no, because it was predicted before that gentleman, I don't want to call his name, he tweeted that he will not accept Bitcoin, but the signal was ahead of time, and probably when he tweeted that, probably they have institutional software that can predict it if they have an institutional software. But it was predicted on our system, which we have a YouTube, and I have showed it. The prediction was when the Bitcoin was at 59. This is exactly the same week when Coinbase did go public. The same week, we have predicted that it's going to be crashed on the. So before it was any announcement by any gentleman saying that he's not going to accept Bitcoin to sell his cars, all the news was on him because he said that. But in the technical side, it was 1 week ahead of time as showing on our chart is going to be crash. And when he said it, helped the crashing. But all the news, they pointed at this guy because he said he's not going to accept Bitcoin to sell his car. But this is not the true story. And this is where the news can conflict with your trading, because when you are looking on the technical side, the indication was there that Bitcoin is going to crash a week ahead of time. So what I'm trying to say, guys, stay away from all the news. Stay away from somebody screwing with your head, and confuse your head. This is our wife's job to mess with our head, but this is not allowed to stranger mess with our head. This is our wife or our girlfriend, our women, to screw up with our head. They're allowed to, but don't let the news scare you. Don't let a guy on a tweet. I mean, you don't know if this guy, is drunk or not. You don't know. So all what you have seen on the news is because some people are positioned themselves short and some people are positioned themselves long, and they start spreading out. Or maybe because he put his life-saving account $10,000 on a Bitcoin or on some other Dutch coin or whatever it is, and now he want to make a YouTube channel because he have $10,000 on Dutch coin or something. But the guy is not a trader. Don't let those guys confuse you. I have no feeling about Bitcoin. I don't have any comments about it. I'm not with and I'm not against Bitcoin. But I think Bitcoin, I know a couple guys. I know one guy, he ordered a boat in Holland. It was $1 million boat, and he paid in Bitcoin. Because when you are in USA and if, let's say, or you are in a different country, you want to move to another country, try to wire money, large amount of money, not $1,000, but to try to wire a large amount of money, you can see how much they kill you. They slaughter you with fees. If you are trying, let's say, to buy a boat from Holland and you are in USA, trying to transfer $1 million, they slaughter you with commission, exchange money. I know another guy, he bought a house in Ibiza, and in Ibiza right now, all the real estates, they are expecting all kind of Bitcoin. I know one guy, he flew from the state, come into Ibiza. Within 5 minutes, he transferred the money from his wallet, and the house was his. So, of course, Bitcoin is not something to order pizza from, but I think Bitcoin is something, if you are on that level, you want to buy a house, let's say, in China, or if you want to buy a house in Honolulu, whatever, or in Salvador, or whatever, you can take your wallet with you and you can do the purchase. If you want to buy a boat in England or in Holland, you can put your down payment, $500,000, $50,000, whatever, and a transaction comes within seconds. And I find it is beautiful, but not to order a pizza. So I think I look at Bitcoin, I don't have positive or negative about it. I think it is something, it is can ease out transaction payments for international people, and uh, but not to order a pizza, that's for sure, and so this is my thinking about it. But when I'm helping this guy, I'm looking at this chart and I'm looking at this chart, and sometimes I look at 30 minutes and to get clearance to make sure I'm not going to embarrass myself. And I look at it and look at this. If you notice, if you look at the 30 minutes chart, look how much resistance here. So if we want to buy Bitcoin, with all the respect to all the channels out there, they were born yesterday. You can see the way they talk. You can see how they are using stupid indicators to predict the market, kissing the moving average. Remind me when I was in the Birmingham, when I was a small kid. You don't kiss an MA. The MA has become irrelevant. It's nice to know if it is above or below, but I care less if it's kissing the MA, the moving average 200 or not. I care less, because now we have much more advanced tools to just a big grown guy with a big firm telling me is kissing across MA, and that's why the Bitcoin is going down. Grow up. You're working for a firm now. And if we look here, without kissing the MA, and if we look at the Bitcoin here, and heavy resistance at 32.0992, whether you want to tweet or not, it's not going to go through. It will not go through. It's not going to go through. So no matter how much tweet or how much news on the channels, news channels, is irrelevant, because you are a technical trader. And what is happening here on the Bitcoin as we speak right now got projected from 32.056. Not some kind of smart banana guy on YouTube now, because he's going a long position or short, and he have a $10,000 and he's going 100x on a trade. No. What happening right now on the Bitcoin, when it got slapped on 32.081, is going back to the 31. Once you know those tricks, you can go on 100x, because there is nothing gonna able to break those ES. This Bitcoin, there is a heavy support, heavy resistance. Where it is, this is funny, because I've been watching it to test my skill against the biggest guys. They're trying to analyze the market. I always test myself, what I know. And actually, the last 3 months, it was one guy. I have a lot of respect. They brought him. He is one of the best specialist men in the United States. He knows how to draw the lines, and he did draw the lines perfectly. The rest on the news, they were rubbish. They were just beginners. I'll come. There were a bunch of rubbish, and they are beginners. But many of those questions was asked, where is the bottom on the Bitcoin? None of them can give a straight answer. None of them can give a straight answer. For the last 30 days, here is the bottom. If you go on the YouTube, the best of the best couldn't tell where is the bottom. Maybe now it's gonna change, but for the last months, we knew where is the bottom of the Bitcoin. So when we compare ourselves, and those guys now, they're trying to be, use my experience with them, not because I have a nice brown eyes, because I know how to look at the market. So for over a month, all those questions happen, where is the bottom on the Bitcoin? Nobody can give a straight answer. Here it is. Maybe it's gonna change today, tomorrow, and maybe we're gonna go to the 25 level. But at least we knew where is the bottom for the last 30 days. And that once you know where is the bottom, that can generate tons of money for you. We know exactly where is the bottom. We know where to hold. We know where to sell, because we're not using 15 ticks, we are using a daily chart. And when you are using the daily chart, all this banana news has become irrelevant. And as you see, it's right on the spot from the first minute till the end, right on the spot. And you are the only one, you are ahead of thousands of people losing money on Bitcoin. This is, I'm showing as an example. I will not encourage anyone to trade Bitcoin. In my opinion, Bitcoin has been driven by some kids based on the news. If you want to invest money in the Bitcoin, you need to, vacuum brown eyes. If you want to invest on a Bitcoin, I think the best way to do it, to put money, let it go to sleep for 5-10 years, yes. But on a daily basis, you're gonna be, it is much more dangerous game than the future trading. And there is, potentially you can lose all your money if you are looking in the 1 year profile. If you want to trade Bitcoin, you have to, let's say, I would not do it if I have $5,000. It's not going to do any. I will go enjoy my 5,000. But let's say if you have a big chunk of money, $1 million, $500,000 or something, you know, you lock a position for 500 or something, and then you wake up after 5 years and see where you are with it. That's fine. But on a daily, with a $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000, you're gonna burn your finger faster than the ES and Nasdaq and Dow Jones. The Dow Jones ESCL is gonna be picnic next to the Bitcoin, because $50,000 on a Bitcoin day trading, you can lose all of it in one day. So I would not recommend day trading. This is my opinion. I'm not your financial advisor. You're not paying me for that. But if you want to day trade the Bitcoin, you're gonna end up in the slump with it. If you want to buy it and sleep on it for 5 years, after 5 years you wake up, your Bitcoin worth something, or the U.S. government, the feds, find a way to stop the Bitcoin. Then your Bitcoin is worth nothing, you know. So, like anything else in the market, you can hit the jackpot or you can lose all your money. Folks, it's been a pleasure serving every one of you. Thank you very much for today. And we will see you on Thursday. Thank you very much, and God bless every one of you. Bye for now.